everybody, my name is Sweeney Mae from Events in the City, LA, and I'm here today at the List in San Diego that's produced by LW Special Events. And shout out to Flourishe Group, right behind the camera. Well, today we had this wonderful addition to the List, and it's called The Pitch, okay? And a lot of the small business owners and entrepreneurs got to pitch their businesses or their ideas in front of these powerful ladies and gentlemen, okay?
John, who are all working these different areas to help. But this right here, you're branded bail bonds. So my mind can't go beyond bail bonds. I'm not going to come here to you to get my help with immigration papers. Why would I go to a bail bond company? So that's one of the first things you're going to have to do, which is
it with other ways to be able to get your books out there. So what you're going to be looking for is sponsorship and funding for your event, not your book. Okay?
Mentally, the thought of spa, take me away, something to put on my skin to make me feel really good. You know, I never got that as you was describing your product. You were describing your product more than you were pitching.
The product space that you're getting into, right? How are you going to differentiate yourself from the shelf, right? So I did not understand that at all. I don't think we talked about that.
We don't need to be the jack of all trades.
Okay.
We just need to have the trade that we're really, really good at. That's your niche. That's your sweet spot.
Anitra, Miss Anitra over here, I wanted to ask you, what was the one thing that you saw that was common amongst all of the small business owners that you think that everybody should really think about as far as their sponsorships?
That's a great question, Sweeney. I think what was common is everybody's looking for funding, and sometimes that definition of funding they're not very clear on. And so really that could be more clients, how to attract more clients to your business as opposed to someone giving them some money or a loan.
Awesome, awesome. My next question is towards Miss Elaine. As you see, we're just going down this line, right? And Miss Elaine, being well connected with the TV and then having a business yourself that you've grown into an empire, how can small businesses or startups get to that level?
They start locally. I think that's one thing that it's important for individuals to do is to start local, start in your local market. You can look today and think, oh, she's on all these national shows, but I started right here in my local market. I think that's one thing that is important to do, and it's very, very easy. And of course, I've got lots of information I can share at another time, but start local. Start trying to get in touch with your producers.
But see, you guys heard that? You got to start local. And don't be afraid that you are on your first or second or third step, okay? That's what we're talking about, not comparing yourself to someone who's gone way big, okay? Don't get discouraged. But my next question is towards Carlos, okay? Yeah. And which is CEO of Impact. Yeah. And my question to you is about print advertising. What is it that you can tell small business owners to encourage them to really consider print advertising?
I think, well, not only just print advertising, but having several vehicles of advertising and marketing, because not one medium is going to make a brand. So you should have print advertising, social media advertising, Google AdWords, blogging. It all encompasses a brand, and that's how you should consider building a company.
And just a follow-up question, what percentage of their budget yearly should they really allocate for marketing or advertising? You
know, that's really tough to say, because when you have a startup, it can encompass a huge chunk of their budget. But you know, there's a term called bootstrapping in the startup world. Is just think outside the box. There's a lot of great books out there, like Guerrilla Marketing is one that I've read myself. And just don't think about too much about a budget, but just how you're going to be able to do things in a more unconventional way.
Awesome. Yeah. Those are great advice, and I hope you viewers out there are taking notes, okay? Because these are all free advice you're getting from these powerful people, okay? My last question is for Ms. Denisha, and who has built also an empire, because you've owned, you said, a dollar store, and then now you work for political figures. What is it that you can tell people about how they can grow their business to where you are now? How can they be so multifaceted like you?
I think you have to remember to diversify. If you're in retail, you have a wholesale license, you can buy anything you want. So stop just looking at walk-in business. Start looking at business to business. Start looking at your municipalities. Start networking. Go to business networking opportunities and start networking with other business owners and see if you can collaborate on things. Sometimes people are good at sales and going and get the business, but if we can go get business and partner with another business, is there something a little bit different, but it'll speak to that contract, make the deal.
All right, you heard it first. Here at the List Tour in San Diego, LW Special Events, you are the best. And you don't want to miss that next event. So make sure that you follow LW Special Events for her next The List Tour. Thank you.
Bye.